G'day folks, or should I say bonjour mes amis, and bienvenue to the next episode of It's Always Beeroclock. This is a pan-European episode. I'm going to be going to a few countries. I'm going to taste a few craft beers with a few friends. So, let's go. On y va.
Our first brewery on this grand European tour is located in La Villette in the 19th arrondissement in northeast Paris. Of course, we could go by metro, but a far more interesting way is by boat. We departed from alongside Musée d'Orsay and headed upriver along the Seine, passing the Louvre and Notre Dame before hanging a left into Canal Saint-Martin for a 5-kilometre journey to La Villette. The first part of the canal is Porte de la Senale, before entering a tunnel under Place de la Bastille. The tunnel runs for 2 kilometres. We passed through 9 locks before arriving at La Villette, the now revitalised area which was previously home to the huge livestock abattoirs of Paris. Our destination is the Paname Brewing Company. Paname is the nickname for Paris, a bit like New York is known as the Big Apple. Paname because in the old days it was trendy for affluent Parisians to sport a Panama hat. I suspect it is also a tongue-in-cheek reference to the fact that the brewery is situated alongside a canal. The brewery, in fact, sits at the end of a wide straight section of Canal Saint-Martin known as Bassin La Villette.
G'day folks, here we are at the Paname Brewing Company in La Villette in northeast Paris. Lovely afternoon by the water, and we're trying some of their fine beers. Cheers!
We were well looked after by Pino, the tap house manager, who gave us a brief overview of the brewery.
So yes, we are here since 2015, so almost 9 years. We are almost one of the first local brewers, like craft beer in Paris. Yeah, it's been a while. We're like creating and crafting beer, like local beer. It's either like a Parisian beer.
Yeah.
We have like almost like 30 references, 30 different beers that they are like made along the year. We have like the main gamut, like IPAs, pale ales, wheat beer. We also make sours, stouts, NEIPAs. I don't know what else. Yeah.
And what's your best-selling beer, Pino?
The best seller is going to be the IPA, Large Canal. This is the best seller.
Okay.
And then, yeah, it depends. Sometimes the Saison, which is only crafted, and well, it's only made here. It's the one that is almost one of the best sellers too. You can find it just here. There's no bottle, there's no canning. It's just, really local from here.
And is this your only production? It's quite small.
No. You have a big brewery. You have a big brewery in the north of Paris.
Okay.
In Saint-Denis. It's now getting like relocated because we were in Paname, not that far from here. And there's like a huge place where we can have like bottling, canning, a large amount of production.
Okay, well thank you for speaking with us, Pino.
Welcome. Cheers.
We then proceeded to try pretty much every beer in their range, both on draft and in the bottle or can.
Well folks, that brings us to the conclusion of the first part of our Euro episode here at Paname Brewing Company in La Villette in Paris. Girl Wonder, did you have a favourite beer?
Yeah, the Golden Ale is my preference.
The Golden Ale was nice. What did you think of the place?
It's cute. Beautiful view. Nice food.
Yeah, it's a lovely place. My favourites were the IPA and the East Paris Ale. Thoroughly recommend a visit here. It's a really lovely location here beside Bassin La Villette. But until next time, folks, remember, c'est toujours Beeroclock.
Santé.
From Paris, we head 220 kilometres southwest to Amboise, a historic town dominated by an impressive chateau which overlooks the Loire River. Amboise is also the town where Leonardo da Vinci spent the last years of his life. But enough of the history lesson, let's hunt down some beer. Virtually in the shadow of the chateau, we found what we were looking for. The Art is an Ale taproom has 7 core beers in their range and 3 experimental or seasonal brews. So we set about trying them all.
Bonsoir, folks, and welcome to part 2 of our Euro episode of It's Always Beeroclock. We're in the very nice, quaint town of, where are we?
Amboise.
Okay.
Amboise.
We're in the beautiful town of Amboise, and we found a brewery that sells artisanal ale, and it's called Art is an Ale, which is a rather appropriate name. So we're going to try some of their beers and we'll report back. Salud. Yum, that's nice.
The tap room is in a cosy, quirky old building with a beer garden across the road, which is where we sat. They are serious about their beer here, and the brewing process, as the name would imply, is considered an art. We were very pleased to enjoy their works of art.
Alright folks, time for our second tasting flight here at Art is an Ale in Amboise in the Loire Valley in France. So let's go for it. Salut.
Santé.
The brewery was opened in June 2019 by Franco-American couple Matt and Katie Peridot, with the initial plan being to brew American-style craft beers using quality French ingredients. Speaking with the bar staff, we were told that in 2023 the brewing equipment had been moved to other premises in a nearby town, as the floor of the taproom building is on an old floodplain of the river and could not adequately support the weight of fully laden fermentation tanks. Irrespective of where the beer is physically brewed, we found it very much to our liking.
Well, Girl Wonder, that brings us to the conclusion of our visit here at Art is an Ale in Amboise in the Loire Valley. Did you have some favourite beers?
I really like the white stout. That was excellent. Called the Artist Proof. And they also had a very good amber ale called the Abstract Amber Ale.
Okay, the white stout, I've never seen that before. Did it have any particular characteristics?
Yeah, it had an overtone of chocolate and coffee. Very nice, very nice.
Okay. Well, I like the Pastel Pale Ale and the off-white IPA. So I think it's, if you happen to be in Amboise, it's well worth a visit here to Artisanale. But until next time, folks, c'est toujours Beeroclock.
For the third and final part of our Tour de France, we head westwards downriver from Amboise. Although the Loire is France's longest river, our journey is a short 25 kilometres to the university city of Tours, famous for the medieval half-timbered buildings in its old town. But whilst sightseeing, we saw a site that required further investigation. We stumbled across the tap room for La Petite Maiz Brewery. After settling in, we had a quick chat with Christophe, the founder.
We are here in the beautiful French town of Tours at La Petite Maiz with Christophe.
Yep.
Now, Christophe, I understand that your brewery is 5 kilometres outside of Tours.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history of the brewery?
We began brewing 13 years ago with my current associate, and we have now 8 years old professional brewery, and we are the first brewery of Indre-Loire in terms of volume. So we made 3,000 hectoliters by year.
Okay, and what the name La Petite Maiz?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
In French, for la petite maison, we say the little house is the little la petite maison in French, and that's the name of the beer, La Petite Maiz. It's where we began to brew with my associate in the garden of my parents.
Okay. And
when we were amateurs.
You were amateurs, but then did you do some professional training?
Yeah, we went to the university at La Rochelle, another city in France, by the side of the sea.
Yes.
And we made our courses there. Yeah.
Okay, and I see that you make a number of different styles of beer, and we've enjoyed a couple already today. Is there a particular beer that's the most popular here?
People like sours and IPAs.
Right.
And big stout, huge stout.
Yep.
Strong stout.
Okay. Well, Christophe, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
The tap room is quite inviting and has a nice ambience. It is located just adjacent to the historic quarter and near the local market. The girl Wanda and I worked our way through most of the range. Her favourites were the Bootlager Black Lager and the Goatmere Stout Oatmeal Stout, whilst my picks were the Bread and Truck Hoppy Pale Ale and the Captain Hoppius IPA. If you happen to find yourself in Tours checking out some of the nearby chateaux, we'd strongly recommend a visit to La Petite Maiz. Well, our time in France has ended, but more Euro craft beer awaits just across the border.